we obviously have to talk about it. Should you skip the 2027 GMC Sierra? And I'm really basing it on the Denali Ultimate because I know for a fact that passenger screen will be standard on this trim level for 2027. Now, as far as the AT4X goes, most likely it'll be standard, but I know people are gonna want to jump to the next AT4X. But if I were in the market today, I would strongly consider a 2026 GMC Sierra. This one has that beautiful pearl paint, which I forgot the name of, and I'll show it to you here in a second. But I'm here at Seiner GMC. This truck is available. They have two of these in this color. They have a black one and they have a sterling gray. If you are in the market, be sure to ask for Frank. Let's go ahead and see how much this truck's gonna cost you. At the very top is the description. You guys see the color? Glacier white tri-coat. And then this one does have the 3-liter diesel. Now this is a short listing of the standard features. Be sure to pause to see more. Base price is $84,400. Glacier white was $1,095, and then because this one has a diesel, you get a $1,500 discount because you're giving up the 6.2 liter. Destination is $27.95 for a total price of $86,790. And then here the fuel economy runs off to the side. I'm willing to bet you, if you were to get that diesel, it will get close to 30 miles per gallon on the highway. And we will drive it today just to see, because this truck has Super Cruise obviously. Now, Vader Chrome, you do get a little bit of chrome accents on this as well. Chrome recovery hooks, and because it's a diesel, it comes standard with the engine block heater, which I would highly recommend you use, even if it's only 40 degrees outside. There is a front camera with a sprayer to clean it off. You guys see premium lights. There's a little bit of flow through. And this color, man, it just hits. I mean, tell me that ain't pretty. That is just so. I do like white paint. It's like one of my favorite. If I didn't do YouTube, everything I own would be white. Now, there is a balance down below. It doesn't take away from the design on this truck. And independent front suspension. No shocker here on this half-ton. Coilover setup. There's a fabric liner here. And then these are the tires, which are the Bridgestone Alenzas. Now, 275, 50, 22. 6-lug, 4-piston brake. I believe you can paint the fender flares on the half tons. I do know you can on the HDs. Now as you scoot back a little bit, you can see that paint. It has like a grayish blue hue to it too. So that's not my camera. You can definitely tell that that's what's going on here. Here's some of the badging. You have some lights. I call these now utility lights. So whenever I show these on any truck now, utility lights. Also, blind spot, camera, and puddle lights. Smart key system for the front doors. For 27, you're gonna get it on the front and rear doors. They took that away, I think, back in 2022. You have these really nice running boards, and I always forget that it can pop back this way too. So just nice features. It's more than likely going to get a larger fuel tank too for 2027, so that might be worth waiting for too. Ultra low sulfur diesel, and out back you have a leaf pack, which is going to pretty much be the same. There will be an e-coated frame on the 27s. And what do you guys think about these wheels? I don't love them, I don't hate them. It's definitely something different for sure. Okay. Tail lights, full LED. You have those exhaust tips down below, parking sensors. This one has the camera provisions right here, 7-pin, and multi-pro tailgate. And this one has a kicker sound system, which comes standard on Denali Ultimate. 400 watts of power. Be sure to check out my Juggernaut promo in the comment section if you want a better solution for tying things down. That's what that's for there. Bed lights, and then you guys see you have two cameras, one for bed view, one for your rear view mirror, and then you have a standard sunroof. Now defrost, power glass, all this, including a center high mount light, are all getting redone, obviously for the redesign, and I do like it a little bit better, if I'm being honest. As I'm doing this video, I'm selling myself on getting a 2027. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, right? I'm not in the market for half ton. I'm just saying, as I'm talking, I'm like, wow, this This is a nice truck, but those 27s have a lot of updates. Now lastly, 323 rear automatic locker. You guys see the tire there? Just a regular standard tire. Now here's something to consider about the 26 versus 2027. Based off the engine codes, it looks like this 3-liter Duramax diesel will be getting carryover for the 2027 model year with the same horsepower and torque numbers. Now we will obviously, you know, stay on top of that, so if it does change, I'll let you guys know. But 305 horsepower, 495 pound-feet of torque. Obviously, this is the engine to choose if you're after fuel economy. Now, I will have to put a plug in here. If you're after longevity and you want to get the most out of this engine, check out my website below. I do have an oil bypass that will keep the oil a lot cleaner for this truck, and I would say, I dare say, it will extend the life probably to 500,000 to 1,000,000 miles. We've seen trucks go 1,000,000 miles using the oil bypass. So be sure to check out my description with my website and you can pick up one today. This is where I'm mostly leaning towards 2026 GMC Sierra. If I were in the market for a half-ton truck for next year, I would strongly just consider buying a leftover 2026. Highly doubt that these will be available by then, but regardless of how you look at it, I don't like the dash. I am not a fan of the dash design. I don't like the interior color more than this one either. It's a nice interior color, but this Alpine Umber just hits. And GM, why didn't you just give 2 interior colors to the Ultimate? It's your highest trim. You should give people options when they're spending nearly 90 grand. If this truck's 86 without the gas 6.2 liter, imagine what that 6.6 liter will be with the Denali Ultimate for 2027. It's going to be over 90 grand because the tungsten is like close to like $97,000. Although GM, you cannot compete with Ram on pricing because the incentives that they give out are insane. So it's 12 speaker Bose, okay. I think that they're going up to what, 16 speakers, so a little bit better. These seats, I forgot to mention, are 16 way because you have the shoulder support and you can adjust the top bowstring with massage function just for the top part of the seat. I think that this is well executed. Outboard heated seats, air vents are there, cup holders, and of course your center armrest. You guys see right there, you can drop down the headrest. But this is where people were really angry with GM, was the passenger screen. And Ford guys, don't worry, you're getting a passenger screen too in the future because Ford's already announced that. But a lot of people prefer this storage, and of course you have this storage down here. So this is another advantage to skipping that 2027, right? And when those Denali Ultimates make it to the dealership, there will obviously be dealerships discounting, but I'm willing to bet you most people are going to be paying MSRP, if not more, if they're crazy to do that on those 2027s. Whereas right now you have incentives from the manufacturer, and if you were to text Frank, I'm sure Frank would be willing to drop the price on this truck too. Now let's go ahead and start it up real quickly. I want to just show you the screens, but overall you guys have seen these a lot on my videos. Up here is HomeLink. And oh yeah, it has a buckle seatbelt to shift. But yeah, here's your 360. And as I said, outside you have bed view. Let's go ahead and take this for a quick drive. You guys have seen this enough. I just wanted to show it to you really quickly. I think that this is where this truck really shines, the driving experience. Let's go ahead and turn on these massage seats. I do hope on the 27s they don't put it on the side of the seat. You guys, you can change the bolstering, of course, all your lumbar support, and then you have the massage. So you have these functions. I like Need the best, but yeah, everyone has their theory on how obviously everything should be done. I just personally like how Ram does it. They give you a button on the interior. I guess it's the same here, but like you have to push the button here, and then there's no way to control it on the screen. You have to just control it from the side of the seat. So I don't know, I like it a little bit better on the Rams, and I would say the Fords too, because you can control it on the screen for massage function. But yeah, you don't get a diesel with the Ram or the Ford, so take that. And I will say, if you're not after like performance, this engine performs adequate enough. Like, it's not gonna have the best performance over 60 miles an hour. I feel like at this point it's out of steam, but you get rid of the performance for the fuel economy. And who doesn't like the idea of getting nearly 30 miles to the gallon? It's possible on the highway with a truck like this, especially when it gets broken in. But yeah, these trucks are very comfortable. You already have Super Cruise, and their Super Cruise is probably the best. Now, it's not allowing me to take my hands off the steering wheel yet, but I wonder why that is. There it is. You have to push this button here. But I would say they have the best out of everyone that I've tested so far. Ford's is definitely getting better. And if you're, let's just set the cruise at 80 miles an hour. If you're cruising at 80 miles an hour and the cars in front of you are going too slow, this bad boy will put the daggone turn signal on and get in the next lane. That is so cool. Yeah, we have come really far with technology, and I get it. The price of these trucks, they're hard to swallow, but you don't have to worry about that passenger screen. You already have large displays, heated, ventilated seats, as you guys just saw. There's so much about these trucks that you don't really need all the gizmos and gadgets. And look at that, we're already getting 19.8 mpg. Look, it's going in the next lane here again, and this just takes all the fatigue out. You can have a great conversation with your spouse, with your kids. You have that suede roof. Now, on the new truck, yes, you are going to be getting a twin panel roof, larger screens, and I would say that overall the technology is going to probably be a little bit better, right? So I think right now, if you're in the, actually I don't want to go into any more lanes, it's like taking me way too far down. It thinks that we're going to Vegas. That's why it's like, we're going to Vegas today. No, we're not. No, we're not. We're about to get off here. But yeah, I'm getting 23 miles per gallon. This thing gets great fuel economy. And remember, I mean, this truck has 305 horsepower and 495 pound-feet of torque. So if you need to tow a trailer, anything like that, this thing has great performance. Whoa! I got 30 miles to the gallon. I had to stop, come back the opposite direction. And people don't pay attention here in Utah sometimes, but yeah, we got 30 miles to the gallon. That's insane. Wow. Now, the gross axle weight rating out front is 3,800 pounds. The rear is the exact same, 3,800 pounds. Gross vehicle weight rating is 7,200 pounds. 22 by 9 wide wheels, and all-in payload is 1,334 pounds. That's not bad for a top trim truck too, by the way. And they're saying you can tow 8,700 pounds. Gooseneck is 6,100 pounds. And they say that the curb weight for this truck is 5,866 pounds. Lastly, 15,000 pound gross combined weight rating. And here's your tire pressure, 36 PSI all the way around. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Would you go with the 2026 or the 2027? Share your thoughts, because this is helpful not for me, but really for other people. That's why I ask these questions, because it gives everyone something to think about, because there's so many different opinions and a lot of things I miss, right? So there's guys and girls out there who have a better opinion about these trucks that might be able to help others out there who might be in the market for next year.